If you are a renter and you are on lockdown or quarantine, or let's say New York City, and one of the 75% of non-essential workers that is ordered to stay home except for shopping and exercise and hospital visits, well, what do you do? What do you do? Well, are you at the mercy of companies? Well, in some instances it seems yes, but there might be a reprieve around the corner that we'll get to here in just a minute. But let's read this. Tenants face eviction, uncertainty in time of coronavirus. No heart, no understanding. Yeah. A lot of these businesses don't, and in my opinion, that's some pretty shady shit. Each year, 3.6 million eviction filings go through the court systems, and people who get fired, laid off, furloughed, well, their lives forever change. In February, Christina Jameson moved into one side of a double shotgun home in Treem, a historically black neighborhood of New Orleans, paying $875 a month in rent, including utilities. She had a day job at a cafe in the 7th Ward that she loved and a side gig as a community organizer. But the outbreak has upended her life. She filed for unemployment Monday and realized she'll collect about $64 a week. How fucking absurd. While subsitting on her small amount of savings. $64 a week. How absurd is that? On Wednesday, her real estate management company, Metro Wide Apartments, sent her and other tenants a letter warning that the rent is still due on the 1st of the month. You heartless bastards. Metro Wide Apartments. You heartless bastards, Metro Wide. No heart, no understanding, Jameson, 29, said of Metro Wide, adding that it took more than a week of proper utilities to be hooked up after she moved in. And that's how it's been. And I have a feeling we'll be hearing about a lot of those because we're going to be running into this issue where, of course, landlords want to be human. They want to be kind and things like that, but then they're running a business. They have their own families and they've got to eat. So what do they do? Well, Trump says he's going to suspend evictions as part of the Defense Production Act, which will also mobilize production of things to help combat the virus. But what about the renters? President Trump said Wednesday he is invoking the Defense Production Act to mobilize U.S. production to capacity to combat the coronavirus. Trump also said his administration is suspending all foreclosures and evictions until the end of April to help those affected by the virus. But only suspending. So what happens? What do we do? Do we get into this weird position where they're suspending and landlords who are heartless little shits are going to be out there saying, well, now not only do you owe the previous months, but you owe this month's as well? I don't know. I could see it. After the lockdowns end and everybody comes out of their little huts and their holes and their hovels and their bunkers and their shelters and their tents and their whatever else's, their spaceships for all I know, we're going to see all kinds of lawsuits. We're going to see all kinds of things. And tenants are going to be like, well, what do you want me to do? I couldn't work. And landlords are going to be like, well, what do you want me to do? I need to eat and this is my business. What do you do? As I've said many times, the economic impact of this is going to be drastic. I know my apartment complex has sent letters and things like that saying, their offices are going to be closed, but they are still collecting rent. The rent is still due. So my neighbor, they don't work. They're not working right now. They are ordered to stay home. Their job has shut down. What are they going to do? What is landlord going to do? The repercussions of this are going to be felt long-term and widespread. Years and years after this is over, it's still going to be affecting our lives. I guarantee it. Do you have an apartment? Do you have a house? Do you owe a mortgage? Is there anything that your landlord or your whoever is handling it is doing to help you out? I'd like to know what is going on with this because this affects everybody. And one thing that we discuss is if one landlord, one tenant, someone has a really good idea that's working really well, we discuss it, we pass that information on, and maybe other landlords, other tenants can look and say, hey, wow, that's a great idea. I want to do that too. That's how we do things. That's how we get good ideas going. So drop your ideas. Drop your good ideas. Drop your good ideas in the comments below, and God, my heart goes out to everybody, man. I really, this is just going to be so far-sweeping. I don't even know if people realize how far-sweeping this is going to be. Anyways, that's what I got for you this one. I will see you guys on the next one, and yeah, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And stay informed. See you on the next one.